Hey you guys, Morpheus here, and this is the ultimate Demonology Warlock burst guide for 5.4.8. This is totally new, updated information, and I wanted to release this video just before the summer break, because then you can start owning in the summer break. Morpheus, good guy Morpheus, sharing his knowledge just before the summer. Anyways, first of all I want to give an introduction about what is in this video, so you actually know if you should watch it or not, but I recommend watching the whole thing. And then I will give a personal note or some announcement, and then we can start, you know. So first of all, what's in this video? Well, I want to go into the theory at first, show you the abilities, what the rotation, explain step priority, and also what you need to watch out for, what you need to like look at or check when setting up a burst. Then I will show you, I will go in game and show you my spec, my gems, and my setup and whatever. And hopefully that helps you, otherwise you can just reforge yourself and find out your special amazing build. But you can also just copy it. Then I will show you a test burst on a target dummy, followed by some real bursts in arena to help you do the same kind of burst yourself, whatever. So the personal note is that I'm also going on a holiday. This will probably be the last video released before I go away. I'm gonna go away in 2 days to Turkey for 10 days. Then I will be briefly back in Holland. Probably gonna make a new video then or something. And then I will be gone on another holiday. Maybe, not sure yet. So not that many videos. So I hope to release this quality burst guide first and help you guys with that. So anyways, let's go over, you know, what I want to talk about in theory at least. Well, first of all, I want to cover the step priority, and in the meanwhile you could have read the text, the introduction. I don't care about reading that right now. I just want to go straight into the step priority. I have tested many things, and you know that if you know my channel, you know that I've tested full crit, full haste, full mastery, whatever. But I found out that this is really the best. 6% hit necessary, you have to get that. Then I really recommend tailoring and herbalism. Those are really the best professions you can get for Demonology Warlocks. However, I'm just gonna tell this for herbalism. If you have herbalism, you need 7,712 haste or more. I prefer a bit more. You know, I don't want to be like too close to that number. Just a little bit above that number, I would say, is good. I think I have like 7,800 haste, which is fine. And then you actually have two, because why haste? Why this specific number? Because it's a haste breakpoint, meaning that when you get this amount of haste, your Shadow Flame dot from Hand of Gul'dan will actually tick twice more in the same duration. So that's why you need that number. And I'm gonna explain it later, but Hand of Gul'dan is gonna be our main start of the burst, at least main, spell ability. Then you go full mastery. Well, why full mastery? You might think like if Hand of Gul'dan is a big part of a burst. It is, and it's not directly affected by mastery, not that much. But there is a trick that it actually still is affected by mastery, at least a dot. Also, Touch of Chaos is your main spam ability when in burst, I would say. And mastery, of course, affects that greatly, the damage. And then you can go for intellect crit with like enchants or stuff. I have like a 180 intellect enchant on my braces. And I have an intellect enchant on my offhand, stuff like that, Jade Spirit. So then you go for intellect and maybe crit if you have nothing else to choose. But first, hit, haste, full mastery, and the rest. Now I'm gonna go over the abilities first before I explain how to burst. There is a dot sequence macro that you can also see to the left of the screen. But the dot sequence macro does not actually apply Dark Intent. It is there, but it doesn't apply it. What it does is Curse of Elements, Corruption, then it goes into Metamorphosis, then it does Doom, and then one Touch of Chaos. Now why one Touch of Chaos? Because you get an imp out thanks to your wild imp proc, and this will be your full start of an arena or duel. However, I often don't complete this whole thing. I normally only do one Curse of Elements and one Corruption, and that's it. I usually stop. Why? Because applying, Doom and doing one Touch of Chaos costs a lot of Demonic Fury, and I really like to burst straight away in an arena to get that pressure up. So then we go over to the fillers. Fell Flame, obviously a marvelous filler that's gonna be gone in Warlocks of Draenor. Then we have Shadow Bolt, really nice, and if you have the procs, then you can cast Soulfire. Not in burst though, only outside of burst Soulfire, otherwise it sucks. Then we have the CC. We have Fear, AoE Fear, we have Coil, at least you're spec'd into Coil. Then we have a Pet Stun and a Knockback. Now all of these are very, very important. Now then we look at the procs. Okay, this is really the burst. How you start the burst. First you look at your procs. Okay, so we have the double trinket, the DPS trinket proc. We have tailoring enchant proc, which gives 2k intellect in burst. And then we have your Jade Spirit weapon enchant proc. Then, if you have herbalism, you have live blood. If you're orc, you have the racial blood fury, which you see right there. Then you have your trinket, your second trinket, and dark soul. These are all instant CDs. Then we have other abilities that we need to do in a cast sequence, or that we need to do ourselves manually to get the burst going. First we need to get Imp Swarm out. Then we need to get our second pet out with Grimoire of Service, which is going to be the Imp, because that one does the most damage. You can swap it around for like maybe another Felguard, but the Felguard does less damage. The Imp does definitely more damage, like twice as much. Still, you know, might be the case that you need a double stun. Anyways, I'm going for the Imp for now. Then we do 2 Hand of Gul'dans. And then you have to go into Metamorphosis before the second one lands on the target. If you fail to do this, your burst is remarkably less painful. If you do it though, the damage is gonna be insane. When you are in Metamorphosis then, after that whole thing, then you spam Touch of Chaos, you know, you knock back, you fear, you CC, you spam more Touch of Chaos till you come out of burst. So, this is very, you know, theoretical and stuff like that. So, what do you need to watch out for when you're going to burst? Well, first of all, check your safety. Okay, you can read with me on the left. Check your safety. It's very important that you don't, you know, you shouldn't have 20% HP and then go in and burst. You know, you have to be 100% HP or maybe like, you know, like 90 or 80% HP. And if you go in, make sure you also have like maybe a defensive cooldown like Direct Bargain or Shield Wall. Because maybe they CC you there, root you there, whatever, and then you can't get away and you need to use some own defensive CDs. But communicate well with your healer that you're going in for a burst. Then, check your procs. Make sure that you have some procs, or maybe you want to wait for your procs. You can check the cooldown on them. And maybe you're like, okay, let's wait 10 seconds till my second DPS trinket procs. Now we can go. Then check your CDs. Do you have all your offensive CDs? But also, do you have all your CDs up for CC? Because in a burst, it's very important that you can Mortal Coil, AoE Fear, and stun the target. Those 3 are really important. So watch those. Also check the enemy CDs. Because then you know what you want to go for, who you want to kill, and what kind of CDs you want to force. Maybe the mage still has 2 times Ice Block, you know. Then maybe you want to burst on him and force it. Or maybe you see that the priest doesn't have any cooldowns anymore and the mage still has all his cooldowns. And then you go on the priest because he's more likely to die. I don't know, that's your choice and what you can do. Totally depends on what team you have and what you can kill easily. But you have to watch enemy cooldowns. Then check your own DRs, CC DRs on the enemies. So if you see that the priest, the healer for example, has full fear DR, you can't fear him anymore, then please do not burst. You need no DR on the priest for example then, and then you can burst. Then check your position and your line of sight, then check the enemy position and line of sight. If someone is overextending of the enemy team, like a warrior that comes in and charge, you can actually immediately start bursting on the warrior, kill him behind the pillar, while the healer is still in Africa. That's a tactic. And also ask your teammates with maybe a cooldown, you know, like I'm gonna burst in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, boom. You know, you can do that. Then start your burst sequence as I explained earlier, but I'm gonna show it to you in practice later on. And then combine that with CC. You know, you have a lot of instant CC and also cross CC. This is really important. You know, you can't just burst on the healer for example and leave the DPSs freely to cast. Okay, because then they will peel. They will CC you to counter your burst. So what you need to do is say, okay, we're gonna burst, for example, I don't know, on the healer, on the Resuscitate, and he plays with a mage next to him. Then say, okay, one of your DPSs is gonna CC one of the DPS, and you maybe fear the mage. Then you go on the priest, you stun the priest, you call the priest, you AoE fear, and then the mage is maybe still in fear. Well, the holy priest or the resuscitate, whatever the target you're going on, is already at 50%. Then you can fear again maybe, and you know you can continue and kill and land the kill. So combining CC, cross CC, making sure that also the DPSs are CC'd are very important. Now let's look at this. You can look at the full dot macro and the ultimate burst macro. In the ultimate burst macro, actually a lot is done for you. As you can see, it pops all the instant burst CDs, and it also does a full cast sequence of popping out Imp Swarm, the Grimoire Imp, Hand of Gul'dan, and Enter Metamorphosis. However, I do recommend binding Metamorphosis to your middle mouse button, for example, and going in Metamorphosis yourself, because it sometimes is faster than actually doing it with macro. Now this was all theory. I hope this helped, but now we're gonna go into practice. Hello you guys, welcome in game. This is Morpheus and we're gonna show my spec and build right now. So let's go over my gems first. I'm gonna go over these quite quickly. You can pause them and check my reforge and gemming. Basically the rule of thumb is that in every yellow you put mastery, every blue socket you ignore. You have kind of haste and mastery gear. And the only socket bonuses you will get is if you can get a red socket with like haste, with intellect and mastery combined. And that's it. But you can check what I have and that's it. I knew that was quite quickly, but otherwise this video is gonna take forever. I'm also gonna go over this quite quickly so you can just see what I use. And that's it. Grimoire service very important, and Archimon's Darkness is a must have. Mortal Coil is also a must have in my opinion. Glyphs, Demon Training, Imp Swarm, Healthstone, and this is just for fun. Nightmares and Shadowbolt are less important, of course. Now I know that it was quite fast, but you can always pause and watch it back or check my armory. I'm actually gonna kill myself, and you might be thinking like, why, what the fuck? But that's actually to heal myself up, and then that my trinket will proc, or there's a bigger chance that everything will proc. I'm gonna apply corruption now, or actually elements and then corruption. Do one Shadow Bolt cast and then start healing myself. Now everything proc. Did you see that? Everything proc. Now I put my imps, 2 Hand of Gul'dans, enter Metamorphosis before the second one lands. Then I'm gonna spam Touch of Chaos. And as you can see, my peak damage is above 400,000 K DPS on a target dummy. And believe me, on the player it's also very, very high. Now this was it, and then you can always spam Soulfire when you come out of Metamorphosis, because you have the procs. I still have 3 procs left, so I can keep spamming that. As you can see, my damage drops significantly, and when you don't have procs anymore you can cast Shadow Bolt, and then you can of course do your dot rotation again, and you know, dot everything up. This is the full dot rotation, by the way. I get everything up there, also Doom, and it does okay, moderate to okay damage. It's not that high. As you can see, sustained DPS of Demolocks are useless, but this was the burst at least. So I'm gonna show you the same damage on the player. I'm gonna kill myself in the meanwhile to get those procs off with the healing, because otherwise normally in an arena fight you will just spam Fell Flame, of course, but yeah, I'm gonna not spam too many Fell Flames because he will die sooner than I intend. Okay, I'm just gonna wait till he has full gear. Full HP. Takes long with warriors. God damn it. Okay, let's get those procs rolling. 1 Shadow Bolt, because you want that imp out, as you can see now. 2 Hand of Gul'dans and the Metamorphosis before. Do the damage. You can see the spike damage on the right. And he's dead. And this is the spike damage that you have on the player. I think he's full geared. He has a lot of HP as warrior. I did 36k DPS in total. Normally it's a bit higher though. It can be higher. So before we go into the arena, I want to explain again how to do the damage, just to make it more clear. First you put on Curse of Elements, or Enfeeblements if you like that more. Then Corruption, then go into your burst macro, do your burst macro, do your thing. Then 2 Hand of Gul'dans. And then really, this is most important, go into Metamorphosis before the second one lands. Because I will explain how it works. The second Hand of Gul'dan will actually increase the duration of the first Hand of Gul'dan dot. And also increase the damage, multiplies it by 2, 2 stacks, the damage stacks. And the instant damage from Hand of Gul'dan is not affected by Metamorphosis. And while you're already in Metamorphosis, you can't cast Hand of Gul'dan anymore. It will be a Chaos Wave. However, if you go into Metamorphosis before the second Hand of Gul'dan lands, the dot damage of Hand of Gul'dan, which is called Shadow Flame dot, that one is actually still affected by Metamorphosis. That's why the combination of haste and mastery makes it so perfect, because you get those 2 extra sweet ticks, and you get the extra mastery to increase the damage while you're in Metamorphosis, and the dot damage is like multiplied or enhanced if you do it correctly. Now I do this all the time in duels or in arenas or BGs, whatever, and the damage is insane. So look at these Shadow Cleave comp, Shadow Cleave 2.0 comps burst together with the Unholy Decay then, of course. And these were not that very high rated, these were just at 2k-ish on my alt. But still they show how big the burst can be and how good it is if you time it right and stuff like that. Hope you guys enjoy this, and see you guys after the arenas. We need to force bubble at any cost actually.
Okay, yeah. Stop.
I will not get a gate, I think. I got it. Wow, he's noob. I'm stunned. He's going on me, fuck.
Come for cycling, can you stop cycling? Okay, no.
I stunned Pella,
I'm
gonna bargain here actually offensively.
Okay, nice.
Calling Pella, can you silence him after?
I'm gonna silence.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's silent as well.
Yeah, this rating it's easy. You stun first, then I coil, then I can stun again, and then you can silence. Maybe something like that. And I can fear
so
in
if I can, I'm gonna grip the healer to mid.
And otherwise, yeah, and if you can't,
if
then
not,
go hunter.
I go hunter.
Yeah. I'm not getting a gate, I guess. Actually, nah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, I got it. I'm silenced though.
Okay. Yeah, they're going me.
Okay, nice. Can you stun him?
Yeah. Stun him. I'm slow though.
Calling him?
Silence him.
Fearing him
He's
as well.
silenced.
Stunning him again.
Come on.
He's dead.
Bam.
Nah, he shouldn't have gone on me, mate. I can cap your shaman if you want. I can paralyze shaman, so you can full feed the other one.
Yeah, well, let's do that then.
Cool.
Getting a gateway to the middle pillar. They're not coming in, that's good.
Thai massage. Should I?
I'm sapped. He's coming for you, man. What the hell?
Going priest?
Fearing shaming.
Priest?
Feared shaming full. I'm feared full. I'm trinketing this. Yeah,
Go
sphere
priest,
out.
go
I need to get. Okay.
Ah,
Go.
Disarm.
Stun him.
I silence him.
Coil him. He's dead. Nice. Gonna try to get a gate. I'm chastised. Wow. The rogue is here. Okay, fearing, just fearing.
Oh, what the fuck? I misclicked.
Fearing priest. Okay.
My pet's done.
I'm going hunter. Stunning priest. Can you silence priest out?
I don't have anything.
Calling then. Into refearing. Can you silence now? He's dead. What the fuck is...
Click this.
Yeah, and he voice
He's
shifted
dead.
him.
So I might try to do that. Otherwise, just yeah, we need to swap when he turns us. He's not coming in. He could have easily interrupted me.
They know we're going for the hunter. I'm gonna get the hunter.
Okay. We can go now. I'm going now. Actually, stunning priest. Priest is stunned.
I'm moving.
Pet stun hunter.
Calling. Priest is coiled. He's dead. Good game.
Too easy.
He didn't even start it.
Priest is still CC'd.
Well, I'm gonna crit high on the war.
Fear priest again. Okay, nice. He's dead. And then you still have that 5-second silence. I mean, how OP can you be? I mean, the CC we got is like too sick. If we coordinate this like good, you know, then... So after seeing these arenas, I hope you guys learned something about the combination, the setup and everything that I talked about to you at the start of the video, the theory. And hope you guys see some of the theory back into these arena games. Now I think you can also see or conclude here that Demonology Warlock is not easy to play. At least with this comp, Shadow Cleave 2.0, it kind of is. But if you play with Mage, it requires more skill or Boomy, because you need to set up better. You know, with the DK you have a bit more freedom, you have a lot of sustained DPS coming from the DK. so you can switch more easily. You can go on the healer, burst on the healer, force, I don't know, shield from the paladin, bubble from the paladin, and then go back to, I don't know, one of the DPSs and still be able to kill the DPS with maybe some leftover burst from the Demonology Warlock burst in combination with the Unholy Decay sustain damage, and you can still kill. So it's a bit less skilled playing Shadowcleave 2.0, I think, or at least easier than playing with the mage. However, with the mage you need to coordinate extremely well and burst at this exact same time and cross CC perfectly. So that's up to you guys to you know, experiment with and learn more about, and just, I would say, practice a lot. But you can see even in these videos or in other videos I make, the Demonology Warlock burst is insanely OP, or not OP, it's just very strong if you do it right. And it's not instant anymore. It's not like boom, chaos wave, oh, I did through 50k damage. No, it's not like that anymore. I don't know, bursting like that in my opinion is kind of mongoloid. You spend a lot of Demonic Fury and you need to build up more Demonic Fury before you start bursting. With this method you can burst right from the start of the arena, and you can burst for a very long time because Hand of Gul'dan actually grants you a lot of Demonic Fury, especially with those more ticks, and also spamming a little bit Fel Flame, you know, on the target can give you like nice fury. So I would say this is the way to burst, and with the correct gems and everything, it hurts like hell. So try it out yourself, see how you perform, and I will see you guys next time. Morpheus out, thanks for watching, and leave a like and a comment and subscribe, of course.